How's it, guys? Yeah, it's been a while since last year that I made a hunting video, so it's that time of the year again. We are at the same place this year where I shot that nice Kudu bull last year, um, that 46.5 inch. So hopefully this year we can do the same or we can do better. But yeah, it's been a long drive. My dad came with for the first time since the start of the hunting trip, so that's nice. So it's me, Uncle Rian, and my dad that's here. So we arrived about an hour ago, packed everything out, sorted out the rifles now, just made sure everything is fine, and then Uncle Donnie's gonna pick us up at about 2 o'clock, and we're gonna go have a drive. My plan is the same as last year. To go out and sit on the hillside and scout and see what's going for what. As you can see, the wind is much better than last year. Unfortunately, I don't have the trigger cam footage available for this trip. I'm very bummed about that. Andre, asseblief moenie te lank vat met my 2.1 unit nie asseblief. But as you guys know, the new units are being processed now. I think the first shipment has launched last week going to America. So I'm very excited for that, to get my hands on one. So it's a shame I don't have one on this trip, but I'll see if I can make the best of the GoPro footage for you guys, as I did not have any trigger cam footage last year, because like you guys know, here in the Karoo, when you hunt free roaming Kudu, there's not always the time to put on the camera and everything. But with the 2.1, I'm going to be able to do it, because it's going to work the same as the GoPro. You just press the button once and it goes to auto record, and you just press it once again. So that's going to be a major improvement on the camera, so I'm really looking forward for that. Hopefully I'll have it in my hunt in the first or second week in June, in the Eastern Cape. So let's hold thumbs for that. But yeah, that's basically the plan for this afternoon, and then yeah, I'll see you guys later, and hopefully we'll get something. So thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Cheers, see you later. Morning, guys. Yeah, yesterday wasn't a very good day. We are actually in, let's call it day 2, because Wednesday was only for 2.5 hours. But yeah, Wednesday afternoon we went out quickly for 2 hours. We didn't see anything, lots of fresh tracks, but yeah, that's all we saw. And then yesterday we walked for quite a few miles, and managed to see about, I'll say for the day, between 25 or 30 kudu, but not lots of herds, only like small groups. If I say small now, it's between, I think the one group of 4, and the largest group was, I think, 15 or 16. So we actually called it a day yesterday afternoon, and while we were driving home, we came across that big herd of 15-16 kudu with one bull in it, but they were about to make their way into the river for the night, because it was about 5:15, 5:20. Sun was already set. We only had the dawn, light of the dawn still to see, and they went through the river, and they went and stood on a hill. Some of the cows, they actually split up in the river, and I managed to shoot a nice cow at, I think it was 480 meters. So I went for the safe option in the engine room. I think she managed 10 paces and she expired. So very happy with that. And the wind actually died down at that stage, so it was in my favor. So I was comfortable taking the shot. So yeah, then we lost light, and everything happened from the bucky. I just jumped off, put the bipod out on the ground, and then took the shot, and left the rucksack on the bucky with the GoPro in, because then we had to carry that thing 500 meters from that hill to the bucky, because there was no way you're going to get through the river to get on that side. So that was quite a mission. My dad and Umrian is not very happy with me, But yeah, we had nice laughs while we were doing it, so it was fun. I mean, it's part of the hunt. So yeah, today is Friday morning. We are sitting on this hillside. We actually pulled this camp yesterday morning, and we saw about 10 to 15 kudus here. I think we saw one bull out of that whole 30 kudu we saw yesterday. There is a lot of cows here, so the farmer said we must actually see if we can take some cows down. But yeah, you guys know how that is. If a spiral horn gets in your scope, that's the one you're gonna shoot. So I'll try and manage that. And yeah, so like I said, we were putting this camp. We actually saw between 10 and 15 kudu here. And this morning we decided we're gonna take my bakkie. We're gonna come here early, just before the sun comes out. I'm sitting on this hill here, as you can see. I'm sitting here on this hill. The end of the farm fencing is about 380 meters on that side there. It's coming over that hill and then through this and then up this hill and then all the way across to that mountain, and it's game fencing, so they won't probably take the route to go over. They normally just come along the fence line, or they come through here to go to the river here behind us. And then my dad is sitting on a hillside, just so I'll say 400-500 meters on that side, and then Marianne is about 1 kilometer on that side, another 400-500 meters. So Sampi and them are gonna drop off on that side in the corner of the game fence, and then they're gonna walk this way and try and move the kudu to this side, because yesterday the kudu all went through this back hill, because Marianne was sitting on this koppie and they all went past here on the back side. So yeah, hopefully we will manage to get something this morning. But that's enough of me talking. I'm gonna say goodbye now, and hopefully I can show you guys some footage. I got one. She's down there against the fence. The other ones are standing down the hill, but it's too far. It's a little bit of wind from the left, so I'm not going to take a chance. About 600 meters. The guys are coming from that side, so hopefully they'll pull them back to this side and they stop running this side again. Now Uncle Rian also took a few shots here, down there in the river, but I see he's busy there looking. So yeah, let's see what happens. Walk. Hoeveel het jy gekry, Sampie? Hoeveel het jy daar gekry? Hulle het hier gestaan toe ek hier aangekom het. Toe skiet ek die groot koei hier. Die? Die boek om. Kon as iemand saam jou was geskiet het. Koeie. Kom Marianne daar aan die dam ook. Ek weet nie of hy hom geskiet het en of hy hom gemis het nie. Ja, ek het gesien hulle hardloop. Ek het gehoop hulle kom hierdie kant toe. versie. Dat het allemaal hier gestaan. Ja, zei je zie.
Ja, ook staan.
Huh?
Ook de dop. Hoe on?
Ah.
Ook de dop.
Dat is een mooie koei.
Ook een mooie koe, ja.
Zij daar gestaan, waar hier? In die geval. Oké, 2 voor 2. Kon nou 3 geweest, maar daar wil je. Stop ie. Ja, het is gewoon roep daar. So that happened fast, too fast. Put a camera on. How's it, guys? Yeah, so the past half an hour was hectic. We just stopped here at the house. This morning, like I said, we were sitting there, nothing came through there, so then we moved spot to the corner camp there at the back. That's where the previous footage was taken. I didn't talk a lot there because everything happened fast. As I came up on the hill and looked over, I saw 6 cows below me against the game fence, about 350 meters from me. So that's when I put on the camera, and I initially saw only 4, and then while I was looking through the scope and getting a range, because they wasn't aware of me, I saw that there was actually more than 4. So I shot one there. That took the whole afternoon to get her out because they had to come back to come and get the tractor with the trailer, because you can't get there with a bucky. So I think I slept there for an hour, and we waited another hour before they came there, or before they got there, sorry. So we loaded that one, we came home, we had lunch, and then Uncle Donnie said we're only gonna go and have a drive. So Uncle Rian said he's gonna stay at home, because the wind was actually blowing quite hard. And then as we were leaving the house, the wind actually died down a bit. So we took a drive there, where I shot that cow last night, where that big group of 15 was. And just hold on 1 minute. Sorry about that, my dad called me now, he didn't know I was busy here. Where was I? Where we saw that big group yesterday where I shot that cow. They actually split up. The bull went with the half of the herd to the left into the river, and the other ones went up the little hillside, and that's why I shot the cow. And you won't believe it, though, that same group, because we actually made our calculations, from the ones we saw to the hillside, it was about, I think, 8. And we knew there were about 6 or 7 with the bull that stayed and went to the left in the river. And actually when we drove there now, because Uncle Donnie said we're only gonna take a drive in the bucky. So we actually came there. The place's name is Skelmkloof. It's a very nice place there. And they actually stayed there from last night up until now, because I think they only moved about 300-400 meters into that river. And it's actually quite funny story. As we were driving, because we were discussing it this morning with Uncle Donnie as well, that last year we saw so many bulls here, and this year it's only cows and a lot of cows. We asked, but where's the bulls this year? and we just had actually a laugh about it because it's funny how nature works. But anyway, and while we were driving past this one part that's called Skelmkloof, I was sitting there and watching and telling myself in my head, please, I was actually asking Jesus, please just give me one bull for this trip. And I mean, it wasn't even 1 minute later. I think we drove about 100 meters further, and Uncle Donnie took his hand out of the window and said, yeah, in the river I saw something. And the cow started running there, so I was making myself right, and I told them go a bit forward. And I actually saw in the gap of the river, when the cow passed, there came another cow, and then the last one was the bull, because it was just black. And I thought, oh gosh, I want this one. So sorry, that's why I'm telling the story now, because everything happened so quickly. There's no time to put the camera on. I'll have to get myself a cameraman to do that. But in any case, and I told them to go forward. As they was running, we were facing this way, and they were running here in the river also that way, and I thought we must go forward so that we can get ahead of them or stay with them. And actually the cow in front shifted 90 degrees to the left and came straight over. The road was here, and there was a little bit of a hill this side, and then over this side is a hill, and then they disappear. And as the cows come out, I just pulled my my magnification down to 10, and I estimated that it was about 200, so I just dialed to 200, and I put the bipods on the roof of the bucky, and I waited, and when the bull came out of the bush, I had about, I'd say about 100 meters, and I led the bull while it was running. But I mean, I'm talking about now 50% pace that they were running. At least I have my dad and Uncle Donnie and the two on the bucky to justify my story here. But saying this was like 80, in my case, in my words, 90% luck and 10% me. I led the bull, and I think, if I must predict now, I think about a meter. Yeah, about a meter. Yeah, I'm talking now in reference to my crosshair. While looking through your scope, I think it's about a meter in the crosshairs. What it is there, I'm not quite sure, but I mean, on 10 magnification it's about 1 meter. I'm just debating now. It can be 2, it can be a half. No, it cannot be a half. It's something between a meter and 2 meters. I led the bull, so I was going with him, and I just went while he was running. I got my rhythm, and as he was getting to the part where they go over the fence, over the hill, I just went, and then something just told me, okay, now's the time, and I just squeezed the trigger. And as soon as I pulled off the trigger, I could hear that thump noise. So I knew it was fast, and then I was thinking, oh shit, is it too far back, is it in front, is it a vital shot? Because it was still running after the cows. And then about 20 to 25 meters there was a little 1.2 meter fence, and as he got to the fence and he tried to jump, he didn't make it, and his two front feet caught the top wire of the fence. It's actually something that you have to have on video, because that thing it went like this over that fence. And I mean, when we loaded the bull, the whole lip part here, it was split open because he face planted first. Wow. And as he came down there, he made about 2 somersaults, and that was it. And actually, when we got there, because I was quite unsure of where I shot it, but I knew obviously it was a good vital shot, because it only went 30 paces and then went over the fence. And as we got there, I'll put the photo in while I'm talking at the bottom. 50% pace, pulling a shot off and shooting the animal in the heart. I mean, for me, that's 90% luck, 10% me. Actually 100%. So I'm very grateful. I have a lot of luck on my side on this farm, particularly. tomorrow morning we're gonna go to that side again, just to the back part, because it seems like they love the back part area of the farm this year. So we're gonna go that side, and then Old Thumbs, Uncle Rian can get his kudu. I'm on 3 now, so I need to shoot 2 more. But I mean, if I don't get them, I'm fine, I'm happy. Like it is now, I'm over 50% of what I need to shoot. So otherwise I can just shoot. In June I'm going to the Eastern Cape, and then I can make my tally full. So yeah, I just thought I'd share that to you guys. We're gonna make a fire now. I'm gonna have a beer, and gonna barbecue like a steakie with pap and sauce, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a nice night. Cheers. Nee, daai een is besig om te eet en die ander een se hol kom in die pad. Druk hom met daai horing. Sy bene hier in die lug en sy kop. Ek hoop ek het dit nou op kamera. Ag, ek sê daai wol vas. Oh ja. Kudu is in. Yes, mens wil 'n mooi tipe maak. Ja, nee wat. Yes. Jebo. Had some good rain last night. Hoeveel? 10? Yes, zie.